Nothing but a guinea pig.
Yeah, well, it feels like old Kink. Once again, Mike, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, it's good to be here. Thanks,
Hi, Mike.
guys.
So good to see you.
We just wanted to bring our friends in, show off the new digs, and just kind of strut our stuff a little bit.
Well, let me tell you something. This is a far cry from when I first started working at KINK. I remember, you know, I was thinking about the performance studio back in the old days when it was so tight. You know, you'd worry about elbowing the musicians. It was that tight.
There was a time in the old building. I remember about 10 years ago we had Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, and they have a huge horn section, and we had the lead singer in the performance lounge. We had the horn section in the sales cubicles, and the rhythm section was down the hall. We had to spread them out the entire building.
Enough about us. I'm dying to hear what's happening with Secretariat. I'm so looking forward to this movie.
Oh, I'm so excited about it too, Sheila, because it comes out on October 8th, so we're just a few weeks away from it. I got a chance to see the final cut of it just a few weeks ago, and it's, you know, it's a really good film. I'm really happy with it, happy to have my name on it, and we've got our fingers crossed for big things.
So I'm a big fan of Entourage, and Entourage is pushing it a lot, which is so interesting. Why the connection?
Well, Randy Wallace is the director of Secretariat, so he's been a character in Entourage, and I think part of the connection is Kevin Connolly, who plays E in Entourage, is also in Secretariat. He plays a trackside reporter. So we had a great cast. I mean, we've got from Diane Lane to John Malkovich, Scott Glenn, Fred Thompson, James Cromwell. We were really blessed with a great cast.
Take us through that experience. You're sitting in the theater watching the movie for the first time. What are you feeling? What are you thinking?
It's an anxious moment. It really is, because you know you're seeing things that you know the film can't be changed at this point. So things that are really good that surprise you, you know that's going to be with you for the rest of your life when you watch that film. And then you know you're cautiously hopeful that you don't see anything that you don't like. And I'm glad to say that in this film it was most of them were pleasant surprises.
So sometimes, no matter how great the film is, it depends on your competition that weekend. Who will you open up against?
It's a tough weekend. Anytime you get into the early fall and winter, we're up against a romantic comedy starring Katherine Heigl, which is called Life as We Know It, which looks like a really solid film, and you know it's kind of attracting the same audience. So we're hopeful that, and I'm sure they would say the same thing, that both films end up performing as they deserve to perform.
Well, maybe you could ask her to take off her shirt and get an R rating, so you get all the families.
Plus, you've got the big hammer of Disney behind you.
Yeah, Disney's really excited about the film, and you know I can see why. There's Diane Lane is just terrific in the film, and so you know we'll see what happens. You can never tell in the movie business what's going to happen, but we're proud of the film and we're excited to have it out there.
You know, I was at Wikipedia the other day looking at KINK and what they had in Wikipedia for KINK, and I was reading the section on you, how they made it a point to say that Mike Rich used to be the news director at KINK FM before going on to a new career, and I want to let you know I've always considered you one of the great success stories. I'm so happy for you, knowing that there was a time you put your headphones down and went to Powell's and bought that book on screenwriting, and you just are doing what you love, and that's so inspiring.
Well, I appreciate that. I am doing what I love, which is, I mean, it's a great thing to be able to tell stories for a living, and very fortunate that not only have I had some great stories that have come my way that I've been able to tell, but you know, it's that we've seen them turn into movies, and there's nothing more gratifying than to go into a theater and sit down and watch a film that you've worked on, and you get to hear people laugh where you hope they laughed and cry where you hope they cried. So it's a great thing.
Again, Secretariat comes out
October 8th.
and that's that.